Hey, welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm your host, Perry Black, and on this show, we're not only going to talk about fostering, mentoring, and adopting, we're going to talk about Christian education, and I have three special guests, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm your host, Perry Black, and on this show, we have three special guests, and you say, well, I only see two. Well, that's because I'm going to have another one on set here in a minute. But today, I have two beautiful ladies, and they may not admit it, but they're kind of like daughters, which makes me one happy pappy. But Tina Goddard, who has been married to our children's pastor at Family Church for about 30 years. 30 years. And do you know your anniversary?
Mm-hmm. June 8th.
June 8th, that's coming up. Cards and letters appreciated. And Lance has been with me just a little over 30 years. And when I put Lance on staff as children's pastor 30 plus years ago, every weekend he'd say, Pastor, Friday, if you don't need me, I'll be heading to Tulsa, where he went to children's ministry school. And I said, well, why do you keep going to Tulsa? He said, well, you know, I work out there at the gym and there's a girl there. And that was you.
That was me.
And it wasn't long till he said, Pastor, I won't be having to travel to Tulsa as often because we're going to this place called Dry Gulch, USA to get married. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, I have a new staff member. And some time ago, Tina Goddard, Pastor Lance Goddard's wife, said to me in my office, she said, you know, everybody that comes to our school asks about accreditation. And I said, well, what's needed to get accredited? Because you don't have to be. Homeschoolers get college scholarships too. So why do we have to be accredited? Well, we don't have to be, but people really want us to be accredited. And I said, well, what's required? And she said, well, Pastor, you have to have a master's degree in administration first and foremost. I said, well, we're out of luck. I don't even like school, much less having to get a master's degree in administration. So Tina and I and Lance talked, and Tina, over a period of 2 years or so, you got some additional hours to your college degree.
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half, and paid out of her own pocket, because I'm cheap. And she got her accreditation as administration, and then we got accredited with a organization called ANZA. Mm-hmm. Is that all correct so far?
So far, so good.
I warned you don't have to talk on this show. So we are now at Arkansas Christian Academy, I think, in our 24th year. Mm-hmm. And we've been accredited now for approximately...
Since 2012.
2012, that's about 14 years. Mm-hmm. And our student body is growing and growing and growing. And you are currently serving also as our elementary principal.
Yes.
And that grade level is what exactly at Arkansas Christian Academy?
Kindergarten through third.
And do we have foster children attending Arkansas Christian Academy?
Yes, we do.
Quite a number. And that's added, and we've had foster children at ACA since we were very small. Mm-hmm. I think at one time, the first year we had 33 students. Mm-hmm. And the second year we had 60 plus students, and about 20 plus of them were foster kids. That was a very interesting time in the history of this ministry. So our other guest is Jennifer Lattin, and she's married now for how many years?
Almost 27.
To Pastor Bradley Lattin, who came to this church to see his girlfriend, Jennifer, and he's never left the church or Jennifer. So this church has such an awesome pastor that once you're here, you can't leave, and I'll put you to work. I may not pay you well, but I will pay you something. What I'll do is give you the privilege to serve God here. And so where are we right now at Arkansas Christian Academy? Every spring, winter, spring, we open enrollment for people who have children that want to investigate or pursue private Christian education. So where are we now in the spring of 2026 as far as people that are not currently enrolled that may be interested in knowing more?
Currently, we're doing lots of tours, and
What is a tour and what is a tour for?
the parents will bring their child, and they will walk around the school, and each building has their own assistant that will show them around.
So we have more than one building here on
Yes, we
campus?
have 3 plus gyms.
So we have building 3, which is the Family Life Center, the gymnasium, also the cafeteria. And that's one of the next projects we have on the board that someday we'll talk about. And if I had $5 million, I'd start it sometime next week. Number 2 building would be building 4. That's the elementary building.
Yes.
Building 5 is the high school building near the football field. Yes, I said football. And then the newest building, just a year ago, is building 6 or 7, and that's our middle school building.
Yes.
And currently elementary's K-5 through
3rd grade,
3rd grade, and currently middle school
4th through 6th.
4 through 6, and our middle school principal is offset. He'll be here in a little bit. And then the high school building is,
7th through 12th.
and that's a 3-story building.
Yes.
So God has richly blessed us, and it's through the efforts. I'm the visionary. They do the work. They implement the vision, working with the students, the faculty. You're Dean of Elementary Students, Dean of Students for Elementary. She is also Communication Liaison, otherwise known as my grammar guru, because I'm pretty good at slaughtering the American Arkansas language. And so you make sure that all communication is grammatically correct, makes me look smart. I did an article that's actually in Lifestyle Magazine right now in Saline County, and I sent it to them, and they said, well, this is almost like a sermon. Can we help edit this? I said, please. And they sent it back to me edited, and I went, I am a genius. They did such a great job on that article, taking my content and keeping it true to the content, but making it grammatically and journalistically. I feel the Holy Ghost. I'm speaking in big syllables, making it look really good. And I said, you know what you've done to me? Now I'm going to get invitations to go speak everywhere. And I'm going to stand up, howdy folk. Anyway, we joke about that. But you guys are involved every day. How many are currently in, do you know the current registration just in the school, K-5 through high school, because we have at least nearly 100 in our preschool?
We have 371 students, K through 12.
You want to throw out how many faculty and staff members, subs, aides, full-time teachers that are all college graduates, etc.?
And there's about 50 plus.
That is amazing to me. And we're going to take a break, but I just want to say, I've said numerous times when I can drive on this campus, which is the school, the church, etc., and I'm not blown away at the faithfulness of God. It is God's way of saying, Perry, go fishing. So we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back with the ladies and eventually with Mr. Davidson.
A mission field around you is filled with young hearts needing a forever family. And at Second Chance Youth Ranch, our team is committed to providing healthy, stable, loving homes and families to hurting children in the Arkansas foster care system and those up for adoption. Please contact us if you feel the tug at your heart to help foster or adopt, and find out the steps you could take to help fulfill a child's lifelong dream. Maybe you can't foster or adopt, but you could help. The need for thousands of children in the system is staggering. But with the help of faithful partners and business alliances, we are meeting those needs right now. Would you help us make a difference? Every gift, regardless of size, impacts a child's life directly and helps provide for a home in the gap right now. Visit the Second Chance Youth Ranch website at 2CYR.org to read more, watch the stories, and to make a contribution for a hurting child's care. Monthly partners are needed, so please contact us right away. And as you partner with this ministry, you are partnering with the Heavenly Father that has promised to be Father to the fatherless. God bless you for helping Second Chance Youth Ranch.
Hey, welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm your host, Perry Black, and I have my two spiritual daughters on set. And my other spiritual sister, my young baby sister, is behind the camera. We'll talk about Dr. Doris some other time. She coordinates all this and just sits back there and goes, would he shut up and let them talk? And that ain't gonna happen.
No.
That ain't gonna happen. But you don't mind, do you?
Not at all.
Now, Jennifer doesn't mind talking, but I know you just, well, y'all just go ahead on, I'm fine. Tina, tell me a little bit, you've been involved in our school, and prior to being involved at Arkansas Christian Academy, some may just be flipping channels and actually say, whoa, wait, that's my coach. Where did you teach and coach at prior to coming to ACA?
I taught at Pulaski Heights and Mableville Junior High.
So how many of you recognize Mrs. Goddard? You were Miss Goddard
Yes.
at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do there? What kind of sports did you do?
Volleyball and basketball.
Were y'all any good at those schools? My
middle.
daughters went to Mableville Junior High School. That was prior to you being there. And I spoke my very first assembly program out of about 1,000 assembly programs was at Mableville Junior High School. And I worked with the peer facilitator counseling group. And one of my first guests who assisted me, he was my cameo guest, was David Basil, that actually everybody that watches television see him on a commercial or they know he's a former Razorback back in when we were in Southwest Conference. And then another guy that was my cameo, the second time I did Mableville Junior High, was a guy named Rick Young, who was Mr. Arkansas in 87. And then through that, I started doing assembly programs, Just Say No, suicide prevention, those kind of things. So our paths have crossed, though our paths were not crossed.
Yes.
But now, they're not only crossed, they're exclamation mark and everything. So what kind of activities do we have at Arkansas Christian Academy that's beyond the educational part? And before I let you answer that, tell me what curriculum do we use at Arkansas Christian Academy, especially in elementary?
In the elementary, we currently use Abeka, and then fourth and up, we use Bob Jones University, so BJU.
And high school's Bob Jones as well. And in high school, they get Chromebooks.
Yes.
Do we still use Chromebooks in the junior high or the middle school?
Junior high and high school only.
Junior high and high school. And I'm still prayerfully considering, do we want Chromebooks with that pre-high school group? There's so much crazy on the accessible, even though we got blockers and all that. These young people, even Christian young people, they know how to migrate stuff on that internet. And so we monitor that. We have software that monitors that. So we use really good curriculum.
Yes.
And what about extracurricular? Because that's not only did people say when they tour for every year, are y'all accredited, then they want to know about what other things do you provide, like music, band, sports. What do we provide, especially for your age groups?
Our middle school, so our 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, we offer basketball currently.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
Are they any good?
They are state champions.
State champions 2025, 26.
Mm-hmm.
Both boys and girls were champs?
Yes.
Way to go.
This is the girls' 8th year to win in a row.
Wow, I'm impressed myself because I didn't know it was 8 years in a row.
Yes.
What about elementary? Do they have basketball as well?
We don't.
We don't.
Not
But
yet.
doesn't your husband do something with elementary basketball?
Well, now they're middle schoolers.
Oh.
They're 4th and 6th grade.
Oh, I got you. I'm just the administrator assistant. I don't have any idea what I'm even doing on the set here. I love this show because I find out what happens around here. And what else do we provide? We got basketball, volleyball. Mm-hmm. Volleyball's girls. Hey, we have golf.
Yes.
And
Baseball, softball.
our third year of baseball,
Yes. 2nd year of softball.
girls softball.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what else? We got football, 8-man. Mm-hmm. And we're in conversation, for anybody that really cares to know, that's why this show's on the air, is we're joining the Arkansas Athletic Association, what's called AAA, and we've already started playing some public schools
Yes.
because students want those opportunities. Their parents certainly do. What else? Anything else? Graphic design,
Yes.
broadcasting.
Yes.
I love this school.
Drumline, band,
Get out of town.
Yes.
No, stay in town.
praise and worship band.
Yes. Chapel every day.
Yes.
Jennifer, what have we left out?
Cheerleading.
Cheerleading. Wait a minute.
Yep.
Did we just go to Oklahoma for a cheerleading competition?
Yes.
And how did we do? Does anybody want to share?
They did win some awards, first place in some things, second, third.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm liking this school more. Can I join? Can I come?
Maybe not cheer.
I have, not what?
Maybe not cheer.
Not
can't-
cheer. I have a little monkey that I bought in St. Thomas. And I told my granddaughter, who is a kindergarten teacher here, also a graduate of Arkansas Christian Academy, and I told her Sunday, I said, I'm going to bring my little Chi-Chi monkey and I'm going to come read to your class. And she said, all right, Pop, because she's been trying to get me to do it for over a year. And I'm so busy doing some things, it's hard for me to just say, I got to bring my Chi-Chi monkey in there. And I know the kids will love him. I used to take him into my elementary school assembly programs all over the state of Arkansas and surrounding states. And the kids always would go, is he real? I said, well, yeah, I'm not monkeying with you. Part-time comedian, totally unpaid. Mr. Swin at Central High School said, Perry Black, he's my algebra teacher, I love that guy. And he'd say, Perry Black, there are 100,000 comedians in the world. Would you quit trying to be funny? And it didn't help. What else is going on at Arkansas Christian Academy? We have chapel every day, a worship band. Pastor James, who's also behind the cameras, he actually is involved in the worship band, I believe. And we have Bible class. We have Jewish studies. And we have special guests that come in and do a job fair and those kind of things. What do you think? Now, I realize you're on staff and you got to be sweet to me, but what do you think? You got 30 seconds or less. What do your children went here?
Yes, sir.
Your children, 4 of them went here. They're all graduated.
Yes.
And they graduated. And yours graduated.
Yes, sir.
And your sons are in business together. So 30 seconds. What do you like about ACA? Just real quick, besides liking me.
I would say it's a family environment, very small community. You have administrators on the porch every morning, hugging kiddos, welcoming them by name.
And security
And
officers.
security, yes.
All right. And what about you? What do you like about it other than whatever?
Whatever. I think it is. I think the biggest thing here is it's a family.
Family. And we're raising up a generation. We'll be right back with Mr. Jeff Davidson.
The family is somebody that take care of you, put food and clothes on your back, don't abuse you, stuff like that.
Then bring that smile back. Where'd it go?
My name is Henry. I'm 16 years old.
Bring that smile. There you go. You got it. Nice.
I like basketball, football. I like to run and work out. My favorite team is the Chiefs. My favorite player is Travis Kelce. My favorite basketball player is Kobe Bryant. I want to be a pilot.
Tell me about that.
My grandpa, he was a pilot.
It's okay if you don't catch it. Oh, he wants you to go, go, go.
Water, right there. If I have superpowers, it would be bringing people back from the dead I love.
Do you mind sharing who you would bring back?
My mom. I bought foster care about 2 or 3 years. Oh, bad. It's been bad.
What kind of family are you looking for?
The family, like, they're gonna be there for me when I'm down. If I could change one thing in the world, taxes.
No more taxes.
No more taxes, yeah. If I have one wish, but I have a good family.
Welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I pray that those Project Zero videos that are so graciously shared with us by Christy Irwin, and the privilege of sharing it with you by DCFS, Department of Children and Family Services, really touch your heart and remind you why we're on the air. This show is really designed to continually remind our viewers around the world and through our Victory Television Network audience that fostering, mentoring, and adopting is so important in foster care, not just in Arkansas, but around the United States. It's a crisis, and we need your involvement, your prayers, your support, your involvement, and if you have any interest in learning more about how you can be involved or your business, small group can be involved, please contact us at 2CYR.org and talk to Rachel or Liz or one of our staff. They'd love to meet you and answer all your questions. On this show, we're really talking about Arkansas Christian Academy, and you say, well, I thought it was a show about fostering. Well, children from Second Chance Youth Ranch and our community that are in foster care attend here too. And so we're deeply involved in fostering, mentoring, and adopting and educating. Our special guest on this last and final segment of this show is Jeff Davidson, who is our middle school or junior high school, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, sir.
Which is currently 4th, 5th, and 6th grade here.
That's right. Yes, sir. 4th through 6th.
And Jeff, where are you from? Where'd you go to high school?
Well, Bryant is hometown for me, Bryant, Arkansas, and I was actually homeschooled all the way through.
You were homeschooled?
I was, yes, sir.
Wow, so you mean a homeschool or a private school student can be successful?
Yes, and socialized too.
Yeah, actually have friends. Because they do have a homeschool collective, if you will.
They do.
An association. And I run into those folks. I just had some people I introduced at church, and they homeschool there too. And that's very popular right now. And really, frankly, a private school, Christian schools, and homeschooling is really on the rise because of so many things that are disturbing to those who share our Judeo-Christian values. Where do you go to church?
So I go to Bible Church of Little Rock, in Little Rock. Been there all my life.
Where's that? Is that over near Breckenridge? It used to be.
Used to be over by Breckenridge a long time ago, and I remember that when it was still that way. But
you were just a baby child.
I was just a kid.
You were probably in the nursery.
Yes, sir. But they've moved out now to Highway 10, close to Chenal and Cantrell.
Did they, for years, and I don't know, I haven't been out that way in a while, they used to have a modular tent. Was that Little Rock?
You know, there was
Church
some tents out there, but I don't know if I remember those.
It was
days.
Almost like a fiberglass tent, but
Okay,
out near, there's a Christian school out there.
There
I think
is.
it's called.
There's a big one out there.
I think it's called Little Rock Christian.
That's the one. Yes,
so
sir.
you drive from Bryant and go out there to church?
Yeah, I grew up at the church, and so me and my wife it's been home for us.
So you're married?
I am, yes, sir. Almost 4 years.
Oh yeah. So I was going to say, you beat me to it. How long you been married? Y'all have children?
We do. We have 2 kids. The little guy he turned 2 back in October.
Wow.
So for a while we had 2 under 2. It's kind of loud. This is my quiet place.
Are
the
they boys
school's
and
my
girls?
quiet place.
Boys or girls?
1 boy, 1 girl. Yes, sir.
So a guy that was homeschooled, how many were in your homeschool? Just you, or was you got a brother or sister?
People make that joke because, maybe who did I go to prom with? My sister? No, I didn't go to prom with my sister.
That's funny.
There were actually a graduating class of 65 of us at homeschool. It was a big group that year.
How many did your mother homeschool you?
She homeschooled us, but she outsourced us a little bit during the high school years because those were some tougher subjects.
I asked a homeschool family the other day, what do you do when it comes to trigonometry, trig or algebra, or even biology? My girls, when we moved to Bryant, and Bryant was a very small community back then, about 4,000 people, and they didn't know anybody. And they had been going to Mableville Junior High and Mableville Elementary. And they said, Dad, why don't you just homeschool us? And I said, girls, I would, but I want you to get an education. And I don't think that we can do that.
It's certainly not for everyone.
Yeah.
I think Christian school has such a great place in the whole education.
So when it came to
options.
trig and geometry, it's those kind of courses. Your mom farmed that out to
yes, sir.
maybe to the co-op.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and a
to
lot of
co-op
people
classes.
involved
We
in
even went to some college courses early.
So why would a homeschooled student? You went to college?
I did.
You mean a homeschool student can go to college? Where'd you go?
I went to Arkansas State, Jonesboro.
Hometown.
Yes, sir.
Go Red Wolves.
Go Red Wolves.
I don't
They
care.
were Indians back when you were there.
I'm going to tell you, I went to ASU, and I was about to say, you can call them Red Wolves. I'm not wanting to be offensive, but they were, from the time I was a child, and it was Arkansas State College, I was so impressed with that Indian logo, and I just loved it.
Yeah. Oh,
and
there
when
was.
I got out of the Army,
Yes, sir.
December 31st, 1970, one of those years, 71, I think, I immediately enrolled at ASU and was going to major in sociology, and that's my hometown.
Yeah.
ASU, one of the primary streets on the perimeter is Johnson. When my daddy got out of the Army and I was 4 years old, we moved to Grandpa's house on Johnson, a block off of Main Street, by the water plant and the glass plant and the sanitary plant, the sanitation trucks. That's where we lived, 3 shotgun houses by Jessup, Feed Mill, and Cotton Gin, right on Johnson. And then when I went to ASU, I lived across the street from ASU on Johnson in a little, man, it was ratty apartment. But I was a veteran, and I just got out of the Army, and I stayed with my sister's boyfriend. And anyway, long story, Jonesboro. That's my home turf.
There you go.
So you got a degree in what?
Social studies, education.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. 712.
And you've been here now as principal of our middle school for
I'm still in my first year.
first year.
Yeah.
What are you finding out about Christian school and Christian school parents and Christian students in that particular age group?
Well, because I taught in public school prior to this, and kids are kids wherever you go.
Wherever.
They struggle with some of the same things, but what I do find here is the parents are very intentional. They know
Engaged.
exactly why they chose Christian education. They're supportive of Christian education. It's not just a random choice. They love it, and they want their kids here for a reason. So that's a big responsibility.
And it's all faith-based.
Yes, sir.
You can, as the principal, and any one of our teachers can pray with a student or pray with a family.
Yes, sir.
Working with our counselor, we provide some assistance with counseling and therapeutic type stuff. Not too much therapeutic. We have ranch counselors that do that for my foster students. But it's a unique place where we really, I love this word, intentionally share the good news and do our best to live it. You've got about 15, 20 seconds. What would you say to anybody that's even thinking about EFA funding and coming to a Christian school, about taking a tour?
It's absolutely worth it. Just come see it. It is a very family-like environment. The teachers are some of the best teachers in the world. We have the best teachers in the world.
Yeah, they're committed. They're committed to education, but first and foremost, they're committed to their personal faith in Jesus Christ, which is a criteria. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to introduce you. And if you're interested in fostering, mentoring, or adopting, or serving in some way, we'd love to meet you as well. Contact us, would you? And we'll see you next week. Bye.